الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, welcome everyone to Mariam Center and the future, inshallah, that is getting brighter and brighter for Mariam Center, inshallah. A year ago, it's about exactly almost just a couple of days here and there ago. A year ago, we were told to leave the place that we were in because of technical difficulties with the owner and the county and parking and different things. And we had to, another word, we were kicked out of the place we were in. And we were renting a place in Juma and renting a school for the children and so forth, and we're looking for a place. And if you ask us at that time, what do you think the future is going to be? We'll say we're just looking for a place to rent and to continue our activities, whatever place that we can actually function in and continue our activities and grow. But we never thought that we're going to purchase a place because our means are not much at all. And then, without going to details, a sister came by the Juma at the place we were rented for Juma, and she was saying there was a church somewhere. By the way, that place was a church, a home church, and so we looked at it and see what is it, and it just started from there. And then the financiers said it's impossible. Then an Islamic financial company approached us, and we reached scholars to see if this is can go according to Sharia. Alhamdulillah, everything worked out until a year from that point. Alhamdulillah, we are here on a 5-acre land that has a lot of potential, mashallah, a beautiful place, they tell me. And we went in to get the keys, and it's very, very comfortable inside, mashallah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless it and give us the best of it and help us to be on the straight path in it, and brings the community together. And I never forget, just a few months ago when we wanted the down payment to pay, and the community got together and actually were able to collect the money that we were asking for. Okay, and that is the first time happened in Mariam Center when we asked for a certain amount and we actually got it. And alhamdulillah, so right now we were just a week ago, 10 days ago, we settled on it, and we put everything that we have in it. Okay, and now we're going to be paying payments for the Islamic loan that we got, monthly payment and so forth. Of course, we need to pay it as soon as possible, as early as possible, so we can look at a bigger future in doing other things and so forth. So this is where we are. And why are we having a fundraiser? Okay, why an organization would have a fundraiser? Because they're not making money. They're not in the business of making money, right? They are business of ideas and help and services. Okay, that's why anyone raise funds, is in that business. And what a business to be in the business of La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah, meaning the da'wah of La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. So we are, when we got together, a few months ago to collect the money for the down payment, alhamdulillah, the community came and we're very happy, and they are consumed with this idea that we are all consumed with, to grow and protect our children, to help, to do our best to help our family, our children, our youth, and so forth. And, just a couple more words before I go to our friend, Sheikh Siraj, who is, we know him we go back a long time in the early 90s. Okay, and maybe he does not quite forget how many times he visited us, because he's been going all over the place. We were not Mariam Center then, we were nothing at all. And then we became other masjid, and then we are here now. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked in the Quran about spending in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu anfiqu, okay, fi sabilillah min qabl an يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة. Spend in the way of Allah before a day will come. You will not find in it no buy, no buying and selling, no deal to be made. The deals are closed. Okay, ولا خلة, and there is no close relationship in it. ولا شفاعة, and no intercession. Right? There is none of all those three at that day, meaning the day of judgment. Spend before that day comes. Spend in the way of Allah before that day comes. But very interesting to know what is the surah, what is the ayah that came after that. Okay, you're not in front of me. I cannot say put your hand up. Who is it, and interact. And I know Sheikh Siraj would miss that. I wonder. I'm interested to know how he's going to conduct this, because he's very interactive with the people, and he gets them aroused like that. I am looking forward to learn from him today, inshallah. What is the ayah that comes after that? It's Ayat Kursi. Okay, it is Ayat Kursi. We know all Ayat Kursi was talking about the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what is after Ayat Kursi? It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قَدْ تَبَيَّنَ الرُّشْدُ مِنَ الْغَيِّ. Guidance and misguidance is clear now. And la ikraha fi din. There is no compulsion in religion, right? And what is after that? Allah talks about two stories. Both of them about the same thing, about something is gone and coming back, right? The one who's alam tara ila alladhi ala qaryatin wa hiya khawiyatun ala urushiha qala أن يحيي هذه الله بعد موتها. Yeah. Have you seen the one who is going past a town and it's all ruined, and he was wondering how is this come back after it was done, after meaning it was dead and gone. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put him to sleep for 100 years, and then when he was asked when he woke up, كم لبث قال يوما أو بعض يوم, a day or a part of a day. قال انظر, look at the donkey and look at your food. The food is لم يتسنى, nothing happened to it. And look at the donkey, and the donkey was bones. Okay, and then the bones came together, and he came back and became a donkey back. And then what is the one after it? The story after it about Ibrahim alayhi salam. When Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted to see how Allah brings life out of death, and the birds slaughter them, cut them, mix them, put them in the mountains, and you call them, and it all came back to him. And interestingly enough, what is the ayah after all of this, between the ayah of the spending in the way of Allah, and then all what I just said, and then the ayah after that is the ayah that we all remember. مثل الذين ينفقون في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت سبع سنابل. That is the example of those who spend in the way of Allah, is that like the habba, the one seed that it grows of 7 sheaths of wheat, if you will, and each one has 100. So it is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us between the infaq and the ayat after that is spending. It's a couple of pages after that. That all of this, it is staying. As Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went to Aisha, what happened to the sheep? It is one, the shoulder stayed and all of it's gone. Rasulullah sallallahu said, no, all of it stayed and the shoulder is gone. The shoulder is what Rasulullah sallallahu was going to consume, because he liked the shoulder. So that which Rasulullah sallallahu consumed, called it, was gone, and that which was given away, it was that which stays. And we all know this. And we all, been in fundraiser and so forth. The point being is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with this. For a year now, we were homeless, okay? And now we are blessed by this. And we just starting. We are just starting, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now is giving us what we're looking for. And now let us put our work where our mouth is, right? Meaning, go ahead, now it is time to work. It is time to put your sleeves up. It is time to do the work of Allah. You said you want a masjid to do what? To say we have a masjid, we have a place, and what are we going to be planned for? A big, beautiful masjid and all of this? No. We're trying, inshallah, may Allah help us, to build what Rasulullah built, which is human being, okay? Build a community, okay? The masjid at the beginning of Islam, as the community, how it looks from the outside, it was the same. Right before Rasulullah died. The same thing. The masjid, that when it rained, the water will come in, and the rain will come in, the cat will come around. It was the same. Okay, the community built something to contain them, to be able to build humanity, build human being. But look at the humanity and human being at the beginning of Islam, all the way to the time after 23 years. They became different people. Okay, why? How come? How different they were? They knew what Rasulullah taught them. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. They know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. They were human beings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved, and He loved them and they loved Him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us who are following the steps of Rasulullah, the steps of the companions, the steps to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, working in His way in this life, and the steps to be in Jannah, looking at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with Rasulullah in the hereafter. I don't want to take a lot away from our brother and our teacher, Sheikh Siraj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you, Sheikh, for everything that you're doing for Islam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome, Sheikh.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu amma ba'd. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sheikh Mahmoud Abdul Hadi, may Allah bless you. I was just waiting for you to go do the fundraiser. You're doing such an excellent job. I don't want to interrupt you. So inshallah, yeah, I do remember you for sure. For years, we've had this magnificent relationship. I love the Maryam Islamic Center. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, and congratulations for your new place. And I know what it's like. There was a imam in Harlem from Africa. They had a masjid al-Aqsa, and I remember he told me they were renting a place like for $2,000 a month. And you know what happens when you rent? I always tell brothers, don't rent, you buy. The landlord went up to the rent from $2,000 to $4,000, and then he increased the rent again to $8,000. Then they increased it again to $16,000. Ultimately, they increased the rent to $20,000 a month. And of course, they couldn't afford it. And alhamdulillah, they had to move. And Allah bless them. They got their new place that they bought. Alhamdulillah, I was able to give a talk there. Tonight, I want to speak to you a couple of minutes for this Maryam Islamic Center. We're going to try to raise about $100,000, and we want to do it in maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. When you first look at it, you may say, "Ma'am, that's a lot of money," especially right now. The economy is down. Wait till the economy come up again, and have another fundraiser, and we can make some money. We can raise some money, and that may be true. But I also think that in 20, 25 minutes, by the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will be able to raise that amount of money and more. And I'm going to give you a compelling reason why. I want to talk about the slaves of Allah, which you are, um, and what you Muslims um, are capable of doing, what you have done. First, I want to congratulate every one of you that's a Muslim, and of the 7,800,000,000 people on the planet, maybe 1,800,000,000 Muslims. So, alhamdulillah, you are blessed. ما كان لنفس أن تؤمن إلا بإذن الله. No one can die. No one can believe except by the permission of Allah. You have to be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the fact that you are a Muslim, that's great. All the Muslims around the world fasting for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And other people are not fasting. And it's interesting that ayat of Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامِ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those who came before you. So fasting is not anything new. If you, I used to be a Christian, and if you read the Bible, you will find no less than 40 different places where Allah mentions about fasting. All the prophets, they fasted. Isa, alayhi salat wasalam, and Musa, and all the prophets, they fasted. And this is not anything new. So what I want to do, take a moment. There is a possibility that there is one person in your community who can, if they wanted to tonight, write a check for $100,000 and it wouldn't hurt them. And of course, only Allah knows best. Allah knows how much you have in your bank accounts, how much you have in your pocketbooks. But I've come to learn of the greatness, the generosity of Muslims and the ability of Muslims. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples and tell you why you're extraordinary and why in about 20 minutes or 25 minutes we'll be able to collect, inshallah, raise $100,000. Let me tell you a couple of things, how extraordinary we are. Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يذكر الله على كل أحيانه. That the Messenger of Allah, he remembered Allah in every circumstance. When he eats, when he finishes eating, when he's drinking, when he's getting dressed, when he's undressing, when he goes, everything, he always remembers Allah. And Allah mentioned Quran, فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ, remember me and I shall remember you. And if the Messenger of Allah, alayhi salatu wasalam, is always remembering Allah, then it means Allah is always remembering the Messenger of Allah. فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ, remember me and I will remember you. One night, the Prophet ﷺ was praying Qiyamul Layl. And of course, Aisha radiallahu anha, she witnessed it. He says, Antum shuhada Allah fil ard. You are Allah's witnesses on earth. And she said that the Prophet, he prayed so much that his feet began to swell and crack. She said, Ya Rasulullah, لما تصنع هذا وقد غفر الله لك ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر. O Messenger of Allah, why do you do that? Why? Allah has already forgiven you your past sins and your future sins. Why? He said, أفلا يحب أن أكون عبدا شكورا? He said, should I not be a thankful servant? Consider this. I want you to think about a lady, a Muslim sister from Indonesia, Mariani. That's her name, Mariani. Last year, she made pilgrimage to Mecca. 64 years old. And you know, all ibadah is not the same. Her Hajj was really exceptional. This woman, her husband died 40 years ago and left her with 4 children. But she always had a great desire to make pilgrimage. You know what she did? For 26 years, she collected junk. What do you mean junk? I mean bottles, cans, cardboard, and she sold it 26 years until she got enough money to make pilgrimage. There are a lot of people Muslims who want to make pilgrimage can't. So the Prophet, he give us an excuse, minister thought alayhi sabila, whoever have the ability to do it. There are a lot of people can't pay $7,000, $8,000 to make pilgrimage. Allah bless me, alhamdulillah. Since I became a Muslim, Allah blessed me to make 5 or 6 pilgrimages, alhamdulillah. Also, I discovered, you know, this is my 45th year of practicing Islam, true Islam, alhamdulillah, 45 years. And alhamdulillah, Allah blessed me to fast all those 45 years for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But that's no big thing. Many people do that. I also wanted to calculate how many prayers did I make. I'm just talking about mandatory prayers. I'm not talking about anything extra. I did the calculation the other day and found out that Allah blessed me to make 82,125 prayers for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. You know, Sheikh Mahmoud, there's one thing that I have perhaps over you. The Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا أَمَرَ الرَّجُلُ بِعِيسَى ثُمَّ عَمَنَ بِي فَلَهُ أَجْرَانِ. Whoever believes in Jesus and then believes in me will have a double reward. So alhamdulillah, Sheikh Mahmoud, may Allah bless you and give you ajr, give you the highest place of Jannah. But alhamdulillah, Allah blessed me, He guided me to Islam. Alhamdulillah. A couple more. Then I'm going to ask 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 of you to make a commitment for this masjid because of this pandemic that we face. The masjids are closed, but inshallah, it'll open up again. It will, inshallah. It'll open up again, and we're responsible. I know the masjid spent a lot of money buying the new place, and they spent money, and we're going to have to need money for the maintenance of the masjid, for the school, and all the things that we need to do. But I just want to show you how unbelievable you are. I think it was last year we did a fundraiser for a Muslim school in Memphis, Tennessee, called the Pleasant View School. And that night, you know how much money we raised for that Muslim school, that full-time Muslim school? $950,000. And the reason that we raised $950,000 because there were 3 people there. Each one of them gave $100,000. And about 8 of them gave $50,000. Some of them gave $25,000 and $10,000. Maybe one of you say, Imam, we're going to spare you tonight. I'm going to write a check for $100,000. Maybe one of you do that. If not, a few of you would at least make a commitment of $10,000, and I think that you would. Why? Because of who you are. Sheikh Mahmoud, I don't know if you can hear me, if I can hear you, but I would like to ask you a question. Sheikh Mahmoud, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
Will you promise to tell me the truth?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Sheikh, it may be embarrassing. You still want me to ask? Yes, I can ask you.
Yes, you can.
Okay, Sheikh, have you ever heard of Las Vegas?
I heard of it. Yes.
Okay, have you ever been to Las Vegas?
No, Alhamdulillah.
All right, Sheikh. The reason I say that, Sheikh, I've been to Las Vegas many times, and Sheikh, they have a saying: "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas," right?
Yeah, that's right.
But but I've been to Las Vegas many times, and the reason, Sheikh, I've been there so many times because they have a lot of masjids in Las Vegas.
MashaAllah.
And Sheikh, yeah, one day, Sheikh, if you go to Las Vegas, I want you to visit this masjid called Masjid Maryam. I'm sorry, Masjid Ibrahim. Sorry. And what's special about this masjid is that it was the first masjid in America built exclusively by a Muslim woman. Her name is Hasibullah. Hasibullah was she was a pharmacist, and she did well. She saved her money. She invested her money in real estate. Her husband had died, and she said, "I wanna build a masjid, but I don't want to have a fundraiser. I don't want to bring Imam Siraj or someone else, right? I want to pay for it myself. So she went in her pocket and she paid $3 million to build that masjid Ibrahim in Las Vegas.
Mhm.
Okay, Sheikh, I'm gonna let you go now. I'm gonna come back at you.
Jazakumullah khair.
I'll talk to you in a little bit later. Alhamdulillah.
Inshallah.
So I'm saying, brothers and sisters, we have such special Muslims. Allah blessed me. I told you I made 5 or 6 pilgrimages. But there was a tabi'een, his name Ata'a ibn Abi Rabah. Subhanallah. He was called the Imam of Mecca. You know how many pilgrimages he made? I don't know how many pilgrimage Hajj Sheikh Mahmoud made, but this Atiyah ibn Abi Rabah made 70 pilgrimages. 70. 70. How about the great scholar Murabbit al-Hajj, who died 2 years ago, died at the age of 105 years old? He wanted to make Hajj too, but he couldn't afford to do it. He lived in Mauritania. So what he do? He walked from Mauritania to Mecca to make Hajj. You know how long it took him? 3 years. 3 years this man is walking to Mecca from Mauritania. Why? To perform Hajj. But Sheikh, you can't afford it because these are the special slaves of Allah. Tonight, if you can tell me if there's one, two, three, four, or five of you who make a commitment of $10,000 apiece. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Imam, I got you. It's a good niyyah. It's a good. What you're doing is good. Trying to raise money, but Imam, don't do it now. Don't you see we're in the midst of this pandemic, this COVID-19. The economy is down. I'm not making the money I used to make. So Imam, not tonight. Um, I'm almost inclined to agree with you, except I read something in the Quran that compel me tonight to ask you to give $100,000. When Allah mentioned the Quran, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَاءِ وَالضَّرَاءِ, those who spend in ease, prosperity, and they spend in difficulty. No doubt these are difficult times. There's no question about that. But if you want to be special, you have to do something special, like these people that I told you about. I remember there's a Muslim bookstore, Islamic bookstore in Brooklyn, Atlantic Avenue, probably the largest Muslim bookstore in the United States, certainly the largest in New York City. And I know the owner. I went there one day and I asked him what I always ask people in business: how's business doing? And he said to me, almost, I don't know, agitated. He said, "What do I care about this dunya? I have a business in Pakistan that does very well. This bookstore, this is tijara between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's business. This is my business with Allah." I understood him to mean that he wasn't making money, not in this business. It was just so that people have, Islamic books. And my great love is books. You find me in a library and you find me in a bookstore. I spend all my money on books all these years. I love to read. So special people, and you are special. Finally, I close with this. And as soon as you get the first $10,000, you let me know, because really, I can go to iftar. We can break our fast and come back. I go to midnight. I go to Fajr, inshallah. What you want me to do? You want me to go to Fajr? This is what you want me to do? You want me to come back? So I just want to, you to be special and to do this for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Show your appreciation for Him. We had a fundraiser in Rockland County. We're doing a fundraiser for Muslim Masjid. And I started out at $50,000. And a brother said to me, Imam Siraj, don't start at $50,000. Start at $100,000. So I said, okay, who will give $100,000? And a brother stood up paid $100,000 for that masjid in Rockland. We are the people that are dedicated and committed. For your own masjid, do it. Do it now. Do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do it for your love of Him. 100,000, 10,000, 5,000, $2,500, $1,000. What's your amount? You know, there's a test when you have a lot, and there's a test when you have a little bit. The Prophet, he said, Inna likuli ummatin fitna, wa fitna to ummatil mal. Every nation has a trial, and the trial of my nation is money. Money could be, the Prophet, he said that the son of Adam, Ibn Adam, if you give him a valley of gold, he won't be satisfied until he have another valley of gold. You give him 2 valley of golds, he wants a 3rd valley of gold, because nothing can satisfy the mouth and the stomach of the child or the children of Adam except dust. This is the way it is. This is why the Prophet, he looked into Jannah and saw that the majority of the inhabitants was fuqara, the poor people. Because, you think poor, the rich people, they go to Jannah easy, right? Like they go to first class. You think so? So people have a lot of money and they don't necessarily give. So having money is a test. Having a little bit of money is a test. And the Prophet ﷺ, he knows that. He says, save yourselves from the fire even with half a date. No, it's not the amount with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, it's not the amount. We want to get the love of Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said, Habbu salat ilallah salatu Dawood. Wa siyam ilallah siyamu Dawood. The most beloved prayer to Allah is the prayer of David. And the most beloved fast to Allah is the fast of David. He wanted to do something extra. Why did he get that? The most beloved prayer. You know why? Think about a dua he made. Allahumma inni as'alika hubbaka. Oh Allah, I ask you for your love. وحب من يحبك, and the love of those whom you love. And listen to the last one. I'm asking you for an amal. الذي يبلغني حبك. And I'm asking you for some deeds, a deed, action that make you love me, that will get your love. And so what Allah lead them to? Salatu, Siyamu Dawood, Salatu Dawood. So, all right. I don't know, I can't, and Sheikh Mahmoud is right. I look at you, look you in the eye, I can't see you now. So you're hiding from me. And I'm an interactive kind of guy. I like to look at you. I like to go in your pockets. If I was there right now in Maryland, I'd go in your pocket. That's what we do in Brooklyn. We need money, we go in your pocket. But Sheikh Mahmoud won't let me do that. So brothers and sisters, you give in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I close with this. I want to tell you, I think maybe the most significant question that the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam ever asked. And this is the key. He was with his Sahaba, Mu'adh bin Jabal radiallahu anh. They were riding together on a donkey, and Mu'adh was riding behind him. He said, Ya Mu'adh, tadri ma haqqullah ala ibadi? Ya Mu'adh, do you know what right Allah have over his slaves? Qultu, he said, Allahu wa Rasuluhu a'lam, Allah and his messenger knows. And do you know what right his slave have over Allah? Ma haqqu ibadi Allah. Allahu wa Rasuluhu a'lam, Allah and his messenger know best. Inna haqq Allah ala ibadi ya'buduhu wa la yushriku bihi shay'an. It is the right of Allah over his slave that he be worshipped and no one be worshipped with him. What? That's his right. So to worship Allah, to make salat, Allah's right to fast. Allah's right to spend. Allah's right to fight in the way of Allah against unjust people. That's Allah's right. That's why you sit up at night and pray, you read the Quran and you fast and all of that. Some of you don't only fast in Ramadan. Some of you fast the fast of Dawood. Some of you fast every Monday and Thursday because you want to show your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is our right over Allah? What? Thomas Jefferson said, and he wrote the Declaration of Independence, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These are the rights of man. But the right of human beings over Allah, the Prophet said that if they worship Him and do not associate any gods with Him, then their right is that Allah don't punish them. We're looking to go to Jannah. This is a means. من بنى مسجد لله بنى الله له بيتا في الجنة. Whoever builds a masjid for Allah, Allah will build him a house in Jannah. So will you give, I think there's a way that you can donate. I think they have the words, okay, good. This is the way you can donate. You can spend right now. I'm trying to look. It seems like we haven't moved the needle at all. Sheikh Mahmoud, these people, they have money. Yes, they have. I know everybody's affected. Sheikh, I know everybody's affected by the virus. But Sheikh, do you have money in the masjid? They have
Well,
work.
we need to collect money so we can give money to those who are in need.
Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. So seems to me that so far we raised something like $6,000, something like $6,000. Do we have people online, Sheikh Mahmoud? Do you know if there are people that are watching?
Well, Amir can answer that. Yes, yes, we
Okay.
do. We do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that I get it. These are difficult times. I'm not disputing that. But I want to say this, Sheikh. I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm gonna be leaving.
Okay.
Sheikh, do you know what college? Sheikh, do you know what college I went to? Do you have any idea?
No.
I went to the same university as Sister Beverly. You know Sister
Yeah,
Beverly
yeah.
Western?
I know that. I know that, but
We
I
went
don't
to
know
the
what
same
comes.
we went to the same university. Can I
Yeah.
tell you what university is? So the next time I want you to remember, I went to New York University. I went to New
Mashallah.
York, NYU, New York University. And Sheikh, I'm gonna ask you one more question. Do
Yes.
you have any idea what my major was? I want you to try to guess what my major was.
It was art.
Very good. Actually, very good. My first year, I majored in art, but I changed my major the second year, and
Uh-huh,
art was my minor. But
uh-huh.
you know what my ultimate major was, Sheikh? If you get this one right, Sheikh, this is unbelievable. If you get this one right, you are unbelievable.
Well, that tells you that I know Sister Beverly well.
Okay. You know what there was? My other major was math. I was a
Mashallah.
math major. I was going to be a math teacher.
Mhm,
And Sheikh, I know I studied advanced mathematics,
mhm.
calculus, trigonometry, geometry, algebra,
Mashallah.
all of that, right?
Mashallah.
But when I became a Muslim, Sheikh,
Uh-huh.
I learned some different mathematics. I
Mhm.
learned some mathematics that I never learned at New York University. I'm gonna give you an example. Sheikh, ask you a question. I'm picking on you tonight. Sheikh,
Yeah.
in ordinary mathematics, right?
Uh-huh.
When you add something, you get more, and when you subtract, you get less. Like for
That's right.
instance, Sheikh,
That's right.
actual how much is 5 plus 5? How much? 5 plus 5, how much, Sheikh?
It depends. And where is that first five going?
All right. When I was when I was at New York University, 5 plus 5 was 10, and 10 minus 5 was 5. So right,
Yeah.
add and subtract. But when I came to be a Muslim, when I first heard this, I said, "Wait a minute, you got to be kidding!" The Prophet, alayhi salat wasalam, he said, "Man naqasa malu abdin min sadaqah." Right? Wealth is never diminished by giving sadaqah.
Mhm.
So I said, "No, that's not possible. If you pay charity,
Mhm.
you pay $100,000. That's $100,000 less that you have. You give
Yes.
$10,000, you have $10,000 less." But the
Mhm.
Prophet said, "Wealth is not diminished by giving sadaqah." Wallahi, wallahi, I swear by Allah, what the Prophet said is 100% right, and I'll
Mhm.
prove it to you. The Prophet, he said, alayhi salat wasalam, "Ya ibn Adam, يقول ابن Adam, Mali, 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 Mali." The children of Adam, they say, my wealth, my house, my jewelry, my clothing, my shoes, my this and my that. He said, really? He said, what is yours is what you eat and consume. Don't tell me what you have in your refrigerator. Don't even tell me what you have on your plate. Don't tell me what you have on your table. But what is yours is ultimately what you eat and consume. Number two, don't tell me about the clothing you have in your closet. I have lots of suits in my closet. I went the other day. I said, Saraj, you got too many suits in your closet. He said, what is yours is what you wear and wear out.
Mhm.
And then he said, and what you spend in sadaqah, what you give in sadaqah is yours. What? That's subtraction.
Mhm.
I give $1,000. I have less, $1,000 less. No, 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 no. And this is why Allah mentioned, He called it a beautiful loan to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when you give sadaqah, it's like depositing money in your bank account.
Mhm.
It's yours. You're going to see it. Not only that, Allah is going to increase it to such a degree that the Prophet says that Allah takes it with His right hand and He grows it and grows it and grows it. It could be something small and then it becomes like the size of a mountain. So what we give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will give it. Let me give you one more proof, Sheikh. Let me
Okay.
give you one more proof. If you have a house, for sure, wallahi, one day that house won't be yours. For sure. There's no question about it. If you have clothing, all the clothing that you have one day won't be yours. Let me give you an example. Sheikh, I don't know, have you ever heard of it's called the Fortune 400. I'm sorry, Forbes 400. Forbes 400 are the 400 richest people in the world. I have here, Sheikh, in my hand, a card that 5 people from Forbes 400, 5 people, all of them died within the last year. And I want to tell you what they left behind in wealth. Alexander Spanos left behind 4 billion, I'm sorry, $2,400,000,000. Sheikh, I don't think you have $2,400,000,000. I don't think so because if you did, we wouldn't have to have this fundraiser tonight.
That's right.
Robert McNair, he died $3,800,000,000. H. Ross Perot died $4,200,000,000. Paul Allen died. You ready for this one, Sheikh?
Mhm.
$20,300,000,000. And finally, David Koch. He died, left behind $53,500,000,000. My wealth, my wealth. Really? The Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, when he died, it said he had nothing but his mule, his sword, and some property that he gave in sadaqah. The Prophet never said no. Tonight I'm asking you, they're asking the community. I know you spent a lot, but we need this money. This masjid has to be maintained. But I'm not going to belabor it, Sheikh. I'm going to just one more time. I think that if only 100 people say, Imam, I can give $20 a week. $20 a week is not a lot.
Yes.
But if 100 people give $20 a week, that'll be $100,000. 100 people giving $1,000, committing themselves to $1,000. All they have to do is give $20 a week,
Yes.
and Allah will bless them, and they will have enough. love your place. I love your the area. I think it's what 5 acres.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And it is a place that you can expand. I can't wait.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, we can pray on it in it right away once the matter is open and we can go. And but yes, we can. There is a chance to build in the future, inshallah.
Okay, Sheikh, I want you to think about this. You don't have to make a commitment now. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I would like for you one day, if you can build either gymnasium or basketball court.
Yes.
I don't know what Sister Beverly told you on the basketball team. Did she tell you that too?
No, I did not hear you.
Okay, all right. I used to play basketball team, right?
Yes.
Inshallah, if you build a basketball court,
Okay.
I'll come there and play with the Shabab. I
Okay.
want your best. I want your best player. I'm gonna play with your.
Well, I don't see well, but I'll try to compete with you.
I like that. I like that. I love it. I love it. Sheikh, I'm gonna go. So I'm going to leave you all and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you, bless this masjid, to let it grow and let it outgrow it.
Ameen.
Keep on expanding and keep on expanding and keep on expanding.
Ameen.
May Allah bless your school, your halakas, all that you do for Sheikh. Sheikh, I love you. May Allah bless you.
I love you too. Jazakum Allah khair, Sheikh Siraj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you long life, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use you in His way all the time. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help the Muslim Ummah everywhere to be used in His way. Jazakum Allah khair, Siraj, again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope that Amir can let us know, inshallah, what we're doing so far. But what we are looking for is a rather than big amounts right now, but commitment through every month, so we can meet our goals every month for the expenses that we think we're going to be having, and also the loan we got. We know that. We paid, we put down about $260,000, and we have an outstanding loan, of course, an Islamic loan to be paid back. And inshallah, we'll pay it in installment. And inshallah, as Sheikh Siraj was saying, a little bit a month, just whatever we can. We have that regular money coming in to pay for the bills, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us to work together and build a community that we all love. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us and help us to stay on the right path. We say, Allahumma anta a'lamu bima fi qulubina faghfir lana dhunubana. Allahumma anta a'lamu bihajatina minna faqdiha lana. Allahumma anta a'lamu bisirrina wa alaniyatina fataqabbal ma'dharatana. اللهم اجعل نياتنا خالصة لك يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل عملنا هذا في سبيلك ولا تجعل للشيطان نصيبا فيه يا رب العالمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.